Today, we're diving into something real. 5 mistakes that could be quietly holding your nonprofit back. And trust me, I've seen these happen way too often. The good news is, if you catch them early, you can turn things around fast. Hey there, and welcome back to Loveboat Branding Tips. I'm your host, Latasha, Army veteran, wife, mom, and CEO of Loveboat Branding. Every day, I work with passionate nonprofits like yours to cut through the noise and create real connections needed to spark real change. Before we jump in, I want to make sure you're getting the best nonprofit strategy tips straight to your inbox. Our monthly newsletter is packed with insights you can actually use. So go ahead and sign up. Just click the link in the description and let's keep your nonprofit moving forward. All right, let's get into it. Mistake number one, lack of consistency. Here's the thing, if your nonprofit's brand feels like a mess, people will get confused. One day your logo looks one way, the next your messaging sounds totally different. If supporters can't instantly recognize your nonprofit, they're less likely to engage. Consistency is everything. It's not just about looking polished, it's about building trust. Your website, social media, emails, even the way your team talks about your mission. All of it should be aligned. So take a step back and ask yourself, is my nonprofit showing up consistently across all platforms? If the answer is no, it's time to start tightening things up. Mistake number two, ignoring feedback. This is a tough one. I get it. Hearing criticism isn't fun. But if people are giving you feedback, that's a gift. The worst thing that you can do is ignore it. Because here's the truth, most people won't even bother complaining. They'll just stop donating, stop volunteering, and stop paying attention altogether. And what's worse is the word of mouth that's going to come along with it. So start listening. Set up simple ways for donors, volunteers, and community members to share your thoughts. Maybe it's a quick feedback form or even direct conversations. And most importantly, act on what you hear if it makes sense. Mistake number three, copying other nonprofits. Listen, I know it's tempting to look at successful nonprofits and think, let's just do what they're doing. But copying your competitors won't get you far. Your nonprofit is unique. Your mission, your approach, your community, it's all different. Instead of imitating, focus on what makes you stand out. A great way to do this is to run a quick SWOT analysis. Identify your nonprofit's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Find the gaps your organization can fill and your own space. Mistake number four, overpromising and underdelivering. We've all seen it. A nonprofit or any organization promises big things, but when the time comes, they can't follow through. And honestly, that breaks trust faster than anything. It's way better to be realistic and meet expectations than to make huge promises and let people down. If you say you'll do something, do it. This builds long-term trust with donors, partners, and volunteers. So here's a reminder. Underpromise and overdeliver, not the other way around. Mistake number five, overlooking employee alignment. Your team isn't just a group of workers, they're ambassadors for your mission. If they don't believe in what you're doing, that energy is going to spill over into their work. I've seen people hire people just to fill roles without considering whether this person is a culture fit, if they're a champion of your mission, and it always backfires. A disconnected team means confused messaging, low morale, and a weaker impact. This is true for board members also. The fix, hire people who truly align with your mission. Invest in training. Make sure everyone understands the vision, the mission, the values, and the goals, and watch how much stronger your nonprofit becomes. Okay, now let's do a quick recap on how not to make these 5 mistakes. First, be consistent. People should recognize your nonprofit instantly. Number two, listen to feedback. It's a gift, not a problem. Three, stop copying other nonprofits. Find out what makes yours unique. Four, keep your promises. Trust is everything. And five, align your team. They're your biggest brand ambassadors. If any of these mistakes hit home, that's okay. The important thing is recognizing them and taking actions. Thanks for hanging out with me today. And before we go, if you found this episode helpful, make sure to share it, tag a friend, a colleague, or entrepreneur in your life who needs to hear this. And remember, do what you can with what you have, stay in your lane, and enjoy your journey. Until next time.